Good afternoon. Welcome to Coffee and a Card. So it is Tuesday afternoon and I am always excited to be here with you for Facebook Live. So let's give you all a minute as you're coming in. Let me know you're here, what you're doing this afternoon or this evening or tomorrow or whenever you're watching this. All right, so welcome everyone who's coming in. So my name is Holly with Handcrafted Blessings, and every Tuesday at 2 o'clock Central Time, I come here and I show you how to make a card. So first I will open some Happy Mail and show off the cards that y'all have been making, and yeah, and then we'll make a card. So today we're going to be making a card using the stamps and paper that will also be used in the August Christmas card kit of the month. So just to start to give you some sneak peeks, if you will, of what we're doing. So, all right, welcome. I see North Carolina and California. That's exciting. Okay, so I've got some cards here, and we'll start with those. All right, this first one is from No Name. There is literally no name on this. So somebody made a beautiful card that says celebrate. And you can see there they've stamped the flowers on the front, and you can see even the little brushed brass butterflies and some rhinestones. Very cute. And then it says celebrate you on the inside. Okay, next one comes from Marilyn Styler, and it is fish, happy retirement, using the Let's Go Fishing paper and stamp set, and then it's got the little bobber thingy on the inside, happy retirement. That's a really cute card, very, very fun. Now here's another one using the same one. Oh, and I should say these 4 cards are swap cards that I received, so sometimes names fall off, and that's why I don't have them, so we do the best we can. This one says it's from Alicia, using the Let's Go Fishing. Good things come to those who wait. Maybe that's why I'm not a good fisher person. I don't like to wait. I lack the patience to be a good fisher person. So yeah, fishing is not my thing, but good things come to those who wait. And look at, they put the little fish there peeking out behind the designer series paper. That's so cute. Okay, another swap card here. Oh, this is so cute. Oh, again, there's no name on it. Well, it's still cute. It's the taco set. You guys, check this out. This is literally just paper, ink, and stamps. So you've got the red layer, the white layer, and then this is just flat stamped on a piece of white paper. Isn't that adorable? Oh, I love it. The inside is blank. That's so cute. You spice up my life. Okay, and then one last card. It comes from Vesta Streeb from Colorado. And let's see here. For those of you who are new here, I call this segment Happy Mail because I love showing off your creativity. It's so fun to see what you're making. And so I show your cards. If they come in the mail, I open them live right here on video, and we get to see what you're working on. So this one says, it's a new day. Oh, and look at those flowers. And it looks like she has actually taken her scoring tool and scored the background. Do you see that? So that gives some fun texture to the back of her card. And then her message there on the inside. That is really cool. That's a great layout. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and put my camera down. And like I said, we're going to be making a card using the paper and stamps that I'm featuring in the August Christmas card kit. Now you're going to bear with me a second. I have to fix this. It's bugging me. Okay. Let's see here. Did we get it? I can do this. There's a delay in what I can see on my iPad, so I'm like trying to fix it. Okay, there we go. So I will be using, let's see, where did it go? Here we go. the One Horse Open Sleigh Designer Series paper. So let me pause here for a second, because we have a lot of new people. So welcome to those of you who are coming over. You watched card play this weekend, and now you're here in the Handcrafted Blessings sphere community, and I'm so happy you're here. And so every month from July through November, I offer different Christmas card kits because I love Christmas. You'll often see people comment here and call me Holly Jolly. I was not born at Christmas, but I love all things Christmas. So I do a lot of Christmas card kits to help you with the cards that you want to make. I help make it easier by offering you a different design every month. And this month I actually have 2 designs for you. So every kit will come with a full pack of this One Horse Open Sleigh paper. It'll also come with a full pack of cardstock, and then the die cuts and other cardstock pieces that you need to finish your cards. But this paper is so stinking gorgeous that I hated to cut it up. So I'm going to show you what I mean. So here we've got this cabin. I mean, right? Like, look at how pretty that is. You just don't want to cut that whole scene up. Wait, that's not the back. That's the back of it. So there we go. Okay, so we've got the trees. Some different prints here on the back. But these front patterns are such gorgeous designs that I wanted to create a couple of cards that you could keep nearly all of the width to show how beautiful these cards are. I'm going to be using this design here today. So the 2 kits I have for the August Christmas card kit of the month will each come with a pack of cardstock and a pack of this designer series paper, and then everything else you need to make the cards. But what it means is you actually have enough cardstock and designer series paper to make 48 cards in your Christmas kit. So it's pretty cool. So anyways, I have 2 different layouts, and those are up on the website. The link is up above in the video. One is a fun fold, and one is a triple panel card. And I send you all the instructions and a sample card for you to copy, and yeah, that's that. Okay, so we are featuring the Brightest Glow Christmas set. This is a carryover from last Christmas catalog. And this is what I used to stamp the August Christmas cards. And it's also what I'm going to use here today to show you one. So, this is the kind of cards that you can make to keep that full layout here. And then you've got the triple panel cards, and you can mix up your panels and your widths. So lots of ideas. So today I thought I would show you another way to use this. So let's see here, where's my pieces? Okay, we're going to be using Misty Moonlight. I'm going to move these stamps out of the way. We're going to use Misty Moonlight and Basic White. We're going to use this piece of designer series paper and this piece. So this comes off the back of that scene, but I want to use this kind of wood grain look on the back. And this is the card that we're going to use, or make. So today we're combining the One Horse Open Sleigh with the Trucking Along, because there's just a lot of ways that you can combine our products to make different cards. Okay, so I'm going to take this piece of Misty Moonlight, and we're going to cut 2 pieces here. The first one we're going to cut is 3 1/4 by 11. So 3 1/4 by 11. And I'm happy to report I finally remembered to change my trimmer blade, so I don't have those scraggly edges anymore. So that's 3 1/4 by 11. And then we're going to do 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Okay, I'll set these extra pieces aside. So we got that. And then we are going to take our designer series paper here, And I need 2 pieces that measure 1/2, half an inch by 5 1/4. So half an inch by 5 1/4. So here's what I know. I want to keep this design going vertically. I also, because I know I'm going to have quite a bit left over on this piece of paper, I want to preserve as much of the scene on the back as I can. So I'm going to try to just cut off from the top here. Because if I cut off from the top of this scene, I still keep my vertical lines and get what I need while preserving what's on the back for another card. Okay? So we still have this whole piece that I can now use for another card. All right, so we are cutting 1/2 inch by 5 1/4, and we need 2 of these. So I actually had cut off 1 inch when I did that. So you need 2 pieces that measure 1/2 inch by 5 1/4. Okay, those 2. And then for our front panel, we want to use this piece of designer series paper, and we want it to measure 3 by 5 1/4. So the 3 is easy because it's just going to be half the piece of paper. Okay, 3 vertically. But first, I'm going to get it down to 5 1/4. So I kind of want to keep that leaf. I like that part there. So I think I'm going to go this way, and I'm going to cut off 3/4 of an inch from the top of the trees. Okay. Whoops, that's what that is. So now it's 5 1/4. So I'll come this way, and I'll cut it at 3. And now I've got 2 pieces, so I can actually make 2 cards out of this piece of designer series paper. We'll set one of those aside. All right, and the last piece that we need to cut is, actually, I'm sorry, there's 2 more. There's our basic white insert, and then there's the basic white tag that we need for stamping. So first, our insert. Our insert is going to be the same as the designer series paper we just cut. So it's going to be 3 by 5 1/4. So 3 by 5 1/4. Okay, so we got that one. And last but not least, we need the tag that we're going to stamp on. So this one is going to measure 5/8 by 3 1/4. So 5/8. Oh, I just totally cut that wrong. I cut it at 1 5/8. Let's try this again. 5/8. There we go. 5/8 by 3 1/4. At least I said it correctly. I just didn't cut what I was saying. All right, so 5/8 by 3 1/4. So there we go. So now we will take our pieces, and I need to score this one. So this is our 3 1/4 by 11, and we're going to score it in half at 5 1/2. So we just score it at 5 1/2. All right, so we've got some pieces here that we can work with. So we'll start with our front panel. And we're going to put our designer series paper on the front panel of our card. There we go. Okay. And then, well, we're going to set that aside because we're going to do some stamping. So we'll take our small piece and we will take our white insert. And we are going to stamp with Real Red. And we'll start with our presents. So the presents are going to go on the inside of the card. I'm just going to stick that right there. I'm going to do Wishing You a Festive Christmas. I don't want to put my hand in that. Okay, Wishing You a Festive Christmas. There we go. So we got those 2. And then we're also going to stamp a truck. So I'm going to grab some more of that basic white that I have here. And first we need to stamp the outline of our truck. So I'll do that actually in Memento Black. So we'll do Memento Black here. Oh, not quite. There we go. Okay. And we'll need Memento Black again. Now I should show you, because I showed you our sentiment stamp, but I didn't show you the stamps that I'm using right now. So this is Trucking Along. It's currently available. The punch is not available, but this truck is really easy to fussy cut. So you really don't have to have the truck, or I'm sorry, the punch. The punch will be back in October. So it'll be back in plenty of time if you're wanting to use it for Christmas cards. So the truck has the truck, the window, the wheel, and then the kind of the wheel well, hubcap, not hubcap. I think wheel well is the right word for it. But there's so much you can do just by fussy cutting the truck. Okay, so we're gonna take our wheels. So we're gonna, instead of having to color them in, I'm gonna use this double-eyed stamp. And let's see if I can, see if I can line this up here. I love photopolymer because you can just look right through the stamps and you can line them up on your wheels. Okay, so I think we're done with Memento for right now. So then I will take my inside of the truck. There we go. And we'll line this guy up. There we go. So we've got a nice real red truck. And then I'm also going to stamp, oh, I forgot to grab them. I'm also going to stamp the tree, the outline, and the inside of the tree. So that would be these two here. And what we're going to do with these two, I need to grab another block. Okay. I'm first going to stamp the inside. And we're going to use the stamp off technique. So I'm going to stamp twice with this filler stamp. So here we'll stamp strong, which I could use for another card. And then I'm going to stamp a second time. This is the one I'm going to be using for this card. And then I'm going to be using the detail tree. And I'm going to line it up and I'm going to stamp that right over the filler. So it's all Mossy Meadow, but because I stamped off, I have the lighter inside for that tree. Okay? All right, so let's move all of these aside. Now, rather than make you watch me fussy cut, I am going to go ahead and use the punch. Oh, I can't do that because I'm going to cut into my tree. So I'm just going to stick this in here. But you can see how, because of the shape of this truck, it would be really easy to quickly fussy cut around that. Or, you know what you can also do? You can stamp and prep all of your trucks, and then in October, when the stamp or the punch comes back into stock, you can purchase your punch. All right. So I am going to fussy cut around my tree. So I used this stamp set in my July Christmas card kit of the month, which meant I needed to fussy cut a whole bunch of these trees. And so my husband had been asking how he could learn to craft. So I thought, well, maybe I should just start by teaching him to fussy cut so I don't have to do all these trees. So I did his very first lesson in fussy cutting was doing a whole bunch of these trees. And he did good. So, all right. So remember, the key is you move your paper, not your scissors. But it's a pretty easy one. Oops. A pretty easy one also to cut around. Okay, and I can save that tree, the darker tree, for a different card. All right, so I'm just going to take, actually, I'm going to leave those for a second. Let's see. No, we can go ahead and do this part. I'm trying to decide where we're at here. Let's bring back the front of our card. We'll flip it over, and we'll put the inside panel in there. So that we've got that all ready to go. So then I can close this, increase that. Okay, now we're going to set this aside because we need to finish these other two strips. And by finish, I mean emboss. So we're going to take the, what's it called here? The Timber 3D embossing folder. And I'm gonna grab my big boss machine. And we're gonna put our, I didn't grab the embossing plate. Let me grab that. I grabbed the plates for die cutting and not for 3D embossing. So we need this plate number 4. So I'll move this over here. We're going to take our 3D embossing folder. We're going to take these 2 strips and I'm going to stick them in here in the embossing folder. I think I want that pattern on it. There we go. So we put our embossing folders in spine first. That way they don't get broken. Okay. And now I've got 2 little strips that have this wood grain. Well, the paper itself already had like a wood grain look, and now I've added the texture from the embossing folder. Now, if you're unsure on your sandwich, don't forget that you can always refer to your platform that comes with the cut and emboss machine, because it tells you if you're using thin dies, standard embossing folders, or 3D embossing folders. And it tells you what your sandwich is, and the plates are numbered right here. So they make it really simple for you to know how to put your plates together, your sandwich. All right, so now we're going to take our Misty Moonlight mat and both of these strips, and we'll add our adhesive here. And we're going to put both of these vertically. I'm just angling the paper to make it easier for me to see so that my borders are even. So we're just going to put one on each side, just like that. Then we'll bring in our flap, and we'll apply this to our card front. And this is the size of your card background. So it's going to go all the way top and bottom. It's also going to overlap a little bit with those wood grain pieces that you just put on. Okay? So there we go. So you can see from the inside and the outside. And then we're going to take some pieces here, and 2 of these we're going to dimensionalize. Oops. And get these on our card front. So we'll take all these off. All right. Actually, I think I'll start with the sentiment piece. So I'm going to put the sentiment piece right here. It's the full width of the flap part, okay? And then we're going to put our truck here, driving across the snow. And I'll add some adhesive here to my tree. And I'm just going to slide that right back here behind the truck. And I'm having the tree lay flat so that it adds that dimension to the card. Then we're going to take the Baker's Twine Essentials pack. This comes with 5 different colors. It's these 4 plus also black, but I've already used up the black roll in this one. And I am going to take, I think it might be Smoky Slate. We'd have to double check the catalog, but I think this one is Smoky Slate. It's kind of a slight grayish tone, and it goes really well with that Designer Series paper that we embossed. It matches really well with it. So I'm just gonna tie a bow here. There we go. Now I can trim those ends off. And we'll take a glue dot. I'm just going to roll over my glue dot so it's in a nice little blob, because I want that glue dot to stay hidden behind my knot. And then I'm just going to stick this over here. And what I do is I just kind of roll it around with my finger and my nail, making sure that that glue dot is fully tucked behind this knot, because I don't want my card to stick to the inside of the envelope while it's on its way to its recipient. So here is a Christmas card. And this, again, I just wanted to show you another idea for using this One Horse Open Sleigh paper, because if you order the August Christmas card kit, you're going to have a whole pack of this. So you could actually make this card with some of the leftovers. One of the kits comes with the One Horse Open Sleigh paper and a pack of Misty Moonlight. The other one comes with the same Designer Series paper and a pack of Early Espresso, because it's an Early Espresso and Lost Lagoon combination. So you can see all those details on the link for my website to get to the Christmas card kit. There's limited quantities because we don't know how long this paper is going to last. But yeah, it's up and ready because it's August. All right, there we go. Oh, you know what? I totally forgot something. We need the pastel sequins. Gotta have a little bling. Whoops. So we're going to use these gold ones up here. And let me just put a couple of small ones and then a big one. There we go. Okay, now it's done. You gotta have the bling, right? And the bling options with your August Christmas card kit is actually this one here. You can get this one for free with your kit. So anyways, just take a look and let me know if you've got any questions about the August Christmas card kit of the month. Thanks so much for tuning in for Coffee and a Card. Until next time, be sure to encourage one another and build each other up. I'll see you soon.